Yo, what's up, man? We back like we never left. Coming to you with an update we got for the Nolan Wells case. Shout out to my girl J Megan, man. She just broke this thing down on a level that I ain't seen before. And the only reason why I kind of fell back from the Nolan case, bro, like I told you in my last video, I kind of got discouraged because of all the false narrative that's been going out. And plus, I ain't seen nobody get arrested with all the evidence presented in this case. I feel like it's evidence. I feel like somebody ass supposed to be in cuffs. So I kinda got discouraged, bro. But check this out. We got some new information. Well, it's new information to me. You probably have seen it because I know the algorithm been flooded with Nolan Wells content. But guess what? It need to be like that. Cause we don't need to let his name die down. We need to let his name keep going up until something happens, till we get justice for Nolan Wells, bro. But check this out. I'm gonna drop this clip and you tell me what you think. But first, before we do that, mine needs y'all to hit that like and the subscribe button. And after you hit the like, I need you to hype it up. Man, send me up an algorithm, bro, because I'm trying to get these messages out. Everybody need to get this message out. Share it, repost it, like it, comment, subscribe, and hype me up. It don't cost you nothing, bro. Just hit the hype button. But man, let's get to it.
Not only have I found more evidence of a fourth boat, not only have I found a lie in their timeline, but I have also discovered a deep political connection, not only to a former governor of Mississippi, but to Turning Point USA. So first off, this picture has surfaced in which it's clearly the group of boats a little bit further out in the water all together. Now here's what is supposedly Bart's boat. We can see the Garmin on top, can confirm this black boat from this other picture. We can see Wyatt's Triton right here, and we can confirm that by the motor. As you can see right here, has that black stripe on the white motor. Now in between the two boats is the Palm Beach. You can clearly see it labeled and it's got that stripe, right? As you can see, the stripe is there, and yet there's this design right here and no Palm Beach. And you may be like, Jay, that doesn't prove that it's a different boat. Maybe we just can't see it, even though it should be right there according to this picture. But if you look in this video, you can see that there is a black propeller right there. See black propeller, and you can very clearly see the Palm Beach right there on the side. And if you look really carefully in this photo, you can see right there a black propeller. There's another boat on the other side of these three boats. And given the lack of the name on the boat and the black propeller, I'm gonna assume the Palm Beach is on the other side, which means there's 4 boats right here. Then I rewatched Warren's interview.
I woke up at my buddy's house, and we went to McDonald's, got food. No one was not with me, and I went and got breakfast. I had my buddy's boat hooked up to my truck, and well, first I ran to my house, then I went to McDonald's and came back, and the boat was already hooked up to my truck. My buddy Wyatt and I went, and with my buddies, and we went, filled the top of the boat off, loaded it down with ice, and just got everything ready. Then Wyatt went and put his smaller boat in the water, which is the Palm Beach. He's an 18-foot Palm Beach, and I drove the boat from 4 Bayou Boat Launch to my buddy's grandparents' house, and that's where we all planned to meet up that day.
So Wyatt had his buddy's boat already hooked up to the back of his truck. He said he and Wyatt and his other buddy went and got ice and filled up the boats. And Wyatt went and put the Palm Beach, his smaller boat, into the water. And we know that there was a second boat, the Triton, that was driven by Wyatt. Wyatt had 2 boats in the water. Who was driving his other boat?
Nolan was on Wyatt Pyron's 22 Triton. On the way out, I went with my buddy Bart because we had a lot of friends from college coming down, and I called Bart that morning. I was like, hey, man, can you take your boat out? And he was like, yeah, well, my dad's decided not to go, and I'll take the boat, and I'll take you and your friends. Of course, I mean, he's a buddy of mine. And so Bart pulled up at the dock, and, I mean, I rode out there with Bart, and a lot of the girls that go to college with my friends and I, and Nolan rode out on the Triton, and then we had a Palm Beach, 18 Palm Beach. There was 4 guys on that. There was like 8 people on the Triton, and then there was 8 or 9 people on the Triton, and then there was the rest of the group, which was ranged from maybe 10 to 15 or 16 people.
Now wait a minute. So Warren already had a boat hooked up when he woke up that morning. I'm assuming that that had to be the Triton that was hooked up, right? Then he said that Wyatt went and put his smaller boat, the Palm Beach, into the water. Then Warren said that he was the one who drove the Palm Beach to their friend's dock. Assuming that Wyatt drove the Triton to the dock and Bart drove his own boat to that dock, who drove the Palm Beach out to the water then? Because he said that he he got a ride in with Bart.
Right.
Even though at one point during the interview, he said all of his stuff was on the Palm Beach. So it sounds to me like Warren was the one driving the Palm Beach. I'm also like, what parent would let their kid, who's obviously going off to party, take 2 of their boats and let them let their drunk friends drive? Like, it isn't making sense to me. I mean, maybe these parents are just shitty parents and irresponsible. Then he also said that he contacted Bart that morning to see if he could come, and Bart was like, yeah, I can give all your friends a ride, blah, blah, blah. According to him, there were 10-ish people, 15 people on that boat. So where were those people originally supposed to ride in on? They'd been planning it for weeks. They were excited about it. Why did Bart have to suddenly step in and take all these people? And remember, Bart said that his dad had canceled going out on the boat that day, so he could do it. Something's not adding up here. I think there was an adult somewhere in this mix. It would also explain how they all thought quickly on their feet with the sea tow. And I wouldn't be surprised if an adult didn't come out there and just go off with other adults that were also on Horn Island and let the kids hang out with the boats. Here's where things are going to get interesting, folks. There are more GPS coordinates in the report than what we have seen publicly. I'm going to play you a clip from the interview, but remember, at 5:30 is when they started picking up regular speed, all right? It's right here, 525, speed miles, 30 to 35 knots. So here we go.
Planed off and you have water in the boat and you're hauling, we're going pretty fast. We're going probably 40, 42 miles an hour. And so all that excess water that was built up in the boat is coming out of the boat. So, I mean, that's what we had to do. So we ran into Fort Bayou, and we didn't just run straight to my buddy's grandparents' house. We ran into Fort Bayou. A couple of us jumped in the water, and Wyatt, the whole reason for the stop was so Wyatt could hop in and put the plug back in the boat. So then after that, we went and docked it, and I went back to my buddy's house, and we ate and napped for a little bit. It was a long day at the islands.
Now you heard him. He said that they took off going 40 miles an hour, and they didn't go to his buddy's grandparents' house, but they went to Fort Bayou to go do a plug thing. Except right here, 5:44, vessel arrives at El Camino Road. 8 minutes later, then it departs from El Camino Road and headed east into Fort Bayou. So right there we have a lie. The boat did stop before going into Fort Bayou. 6 minutes later, it comes back to El Camino Road, and the vessel departed El Camino Road half an hour later, headed southwest to St. Martin Bayou, and then turned southeast into Biloxi Bay Bridge. Then they went back to the Bayou boat launch. Then the boat was taken to Cardinal Lane, which was Wyatt's residence. Now, because I am an absolute genius, I was able to find it. This was where they left and where they came back that day. Then came back several times. Now, first off, why aren't we seeing footage of them returning that day? We know that Nolan was with them when they left. So why do they have the security cams from that morning, but not that night? Whose grandparents lived there? Jax Patalo, whose family owns a pharmacy. It goes back deeper than that because George Patalo Sr., which is Jax's great-grandfather who is deceased, as it turns out, his great-grandfather was appointed and served on the staff of Mississippi Governor Cliff Finch. As you can see, I've confirmed Jax's relation to him. And as it turns out, Cliff Finch, well, he was in the Mississippi House of Representatives from 1960 to 1964 and supported racial segregation and backed the racist governor, to preserve segregation in the state. The federal grand jury conducted a 3-year-long investigation into his administration and several state agencies, and they were all
Man, it's bro, this don't make no sense. It's like everything, come on, cuz it's coming together like cheeks, man. This is weird, bro. How all these people's intertwined and connected like this here, and they don't have nobody in jail. Man, I can't fathom why. It don't make no sense. But let's get back to it, bro. It's more coming.
Accused accused of corruption and mismanagement. Finch was never found guilty himself, but some of his aides and appointees were indicted. And those sort of political connections seem to trickle down through the generations, so now we know why the governor got involved.
Right.
I started looking into the lawyer that's handling the defamation case from the Bart family. So from 2015 to 2018, he was state director of Americans for Prosperity. Then in 2018 to 2020, he was vice president of Stand Together while being vice president of Americans for Prosperity. Stand Together is a Charles Koch nonprofit, and Americans for Prosperity is a libertarian conservative political advocacy group affiliated with Charles Koch and David Koch. And if you don't know who the Koch brothers are, they're fucking evil.
Look
Guess
at
who's
them.
one of the major...
Man, look at them. Man, look at them. Hold up. Man, look at these two, man. They just look like he look like Mr. Burns. That's what they look like, Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Like some motherfucker that just say, release the hounds. You just look evil. My goodness.
If you don't know who the Koch brothers
dried
are,
up
they're
beef jerky, look 'em
fucking
up.
evil. Guess who's one of the major funders for Turning Point USA? Major donors for the Koch brothers also are primary financial pillars for Turning Point USA, specifically their campus operations. And guess who used to serve as the director of urban engagement?
Ain't that some shit?
Oh, they're trying to be sneaky on TT, because I just found out that the...
Ain't that some? So all of this in a big old ball of what the fuck? It's a big old ball of what the fuck, and at the end of it is former Officer Tatum. Goddamn Brandon Dingbat. Whatever Trent Out Loud called Officer Dingbat. Is intertwined with all this Caucasianness. And he in the mix with these folks. And he vouching for these folks. And he defending these people. And I'm not even saying they guilty, but bro, you jumping in front of that, you know what I'm saying? Like they used to say, well, you gonna stand in front of that wood for him, huh? You gonna take that yike for him. That's what he doing. Cause bro, when the shit hit the fan, they gonna hang your black ass out to dry. And you best believe that, Brandon Taylor. Cause you ain't an officer. We not calling you officer no more, bro. Your name is Brandon. You are a content creator, not a police.
Video I posted today about Katie not eligible for FYP. Make sure you go and watch it, but I'll give you a quick little rundown. Teal swimsuit, white backwards baseball cap. Teal swimsuit, white baseball cap. Red shorts, red shorts, red shorts. Bart's boat, girl in striped swimsuit, standing right next to a long-haired girl in a teal swimsuit. Teal swimsuit, striped swimsuit. This is now my third time making this video because they keep taking it down because they don't want you to see what I have found. Katie has dry snitched, y'all. Here we see Katie's Snapchat where she's wearing a teal swimsuit and she's with a girl in a blue and white striped swimsuit. On this video of the three boats, you're gonna see a girl in a blue and white striped swimsuit right here on Bart's boat, and right next to her with the same long wet hair is a girl in a teal swimsuit on Bart's boat. Make sure you have your brightness turned all the way up because here we have Katie in a teal swimsuit and look at her head. She is wearing a white hat. Oh look, the video of the boat getting towed. Teal swimsuit, white hat. And that's not all, folks. Again, turn your brightness all the way up because right here we've got somebody wearing red trunks. Oh, and look what we have here. Red trunks. And here's those same red trunks on the shore right after the fight with Tristan. Katie is claiming that she
Man,
allegedly
she
caught
a
a ride
dog,
home
bro.
with somebody named Marty McGrath.
Yeah.
It just so happens that a Marty McGrath is the co-owner of the Biloxi Bay RV Resort and Marina in St. Martin.
Come on
There
now.
it is, and my, that is a massive dock way
It
out
is,
in the
ain't it?
water. And would you look at that? It's right next to the grandparents' house. Now, in
Yep.
that report with the GPS coordinates, didn't they say that they went southwest towards St. Martin Bayou? Yeah, that's right, it did. And it also took them 45 minutes to get to that boat ramp over there that only takes about 6 minutes on land. Like I said, they are trying to take down my page. Make sure you are following my backup here. But Katie, I want to say one thing to you. You're young, and I know you don't realize this yet, but these are not your friends. Be a hero.
Man,
Not only have
man, look here, man. Y'all remember it was the first Nolan Wells video I dropped. You ain't seen it, go back and watch it, bro. I told y'all from my belief, from what I was guessing, that this whole shit was behind Katie, bro. And I ain't saying that she was in it, but I'm saying it was behind when they were saying Nolan was hugged over. You see, they didn't got all the way away from that narrative. You don't even hear that no more. When they were saying Nolan was hugged up with her, he was caked up with her. When they started talking about Bart, they got away from the narrative by Nolan messing with Katie. I'm telling y'all, this way before they even talked about Bart. I said, man, this shit behind that girl, folks. They don't want to see no tall, dark, and handsome young black man with none of they lily white girls. They don't want to see that. Who? Boy, get your, you know what I'm saying? So it's either one of them boys was infatuated with her, liked her, and some jealousy got in the mix somewhere. I believe that's what happened. It's behind Katie. And that's why she done fell all the way back. You know what I'm talking about? Because what girl you know gonna see some shit and then not speak on, like, especially some shit like this here. You know what I'm talking about? Any other time they would have stepped up. And then especially when you got the other boys talking about the female, the girls, they don't even identify by her name no more. They stopped saying Katie, period. You feel me? But yeah, man, that's what I wanted to bring y'all an update from the information I had got, bro. If y'all ain't already, go follow J Megan, man. She is detective. She's a internet detective, and I salute her because she broke that thing down. You know what I'm saying? She dropped down and got her ego on for sure, and I fucks with her. So yeah, man, give her a follow. Like I said, bro, hit the like, hit the comment, subscribe if you ain't already did, and hype me up. Send me up through the algorithm, bro, and hit the notification bell. That way, every time I drop content, you will know. Man, it's Louisiana Fat. I'm checking out, dog. You know me.